Hi, good evening, everybody, and thanks for logging on tonight for the rolling training week 2. Appreciate you taking time out of your evening to build your business, so that's great. Tonight, we're going to be speaking about the power of 4CC. Now, 4CC is the basic building blocks of your business. This is what you should be doing as a minimum, as a basic minimum. This is what Rex requires for us to do each month in the business. Okay. Now, fitting in with this as well, I just want to say a massive well done to Angie in the team, who it's what we're 1 week exactly into April, and she's already smashed 5cc. So this just goes to show you how doable this is. Last month, I know we had Mel, who within the first month had also smashed 4cc. So this is the bare minimum that the company asks you to do. I mean, I always say, don't be average. Rex asked us to do 4. If you aim at 4, you're always going to hit 4 or just under probably. So aim at 6 to 8, and then you're guaranteed that you're going to hit 4, if not higher. What's the worst that's going to happen is that you're going to hit 4. We want to go above and beyond the average. And if you're on the 5 months to manager plan or the intense course, you're going to be looking at doing a minimum of 5ccs anyway. So whether you're on that or not, 4 is the minimum that you want to be looking into. And the same for when you do start growing a team. If you've got one or if you haven't already, how can you expect your team to do 4cc a month if you're not doing it? I can honestly say, since I started back in June last year, there's not been 1 month that I've not done my 4cc. And I think there's probably not been 1 month that I haven't done 5 and above. Again, because I never aim for 4, I always aim for 6 to 8. So I really think that you guys should be aiming for that as well. And as you can see there on the screen, once you're 4cc active, this is going to lead you to your team building bonus. When you've got a team, whether it's 1 or 20 or 200 in a team members, if you're not doing your 4cc, you're not going to get paid on that team building bonus. And that's obviously your main income into the business, so you need to be doing that without fail. Your incentives, your global travel and your car plan, again, you can't qualify for those. Even your promotions like manager, if you're not doing your 4cc and somebody else is pushing you up the ladder, then you're going to become an unrecognized manager. You need to be doing your 4 as well. So we're going to speak a little bit tonight about how to do that 4 and beyond. So you are your own shop window, okay? I've had my boutique, which is a clothes shop now for 9 years, and I can honestly say I would never open my shop and wear a dress from Zara. I just wouldn't do it, because if someone compliments me on what I'm wearing, go, oh, that's a really nice dress. Where did you get that from? Oh, it's from Zara. I've just sent a customer their way. I've sent a customer to Zara. Well, if I'm wearing it, I can go, oh, it's actually in my shop, and this is the colour that it comes in, and this is the size. And it goes exactly the same with this company. You need to be a product of the product. If you're getting compliments, oh, your hair looks nice. Oh, it's the shampoo I'm using. Oh, your eyelashes look nice. That's my mascara that I'm using. And I'll tell you a story, and I'll be completely honest. When I first started with Forever, I actually got caught out by none other than Ange Lochran on my eyelashes. Actually, I had a planning meeting with her, and she said, "Oh, your eyelashes look great. What mascara are you using?" So I said, "Oh, it's Dior Blackout, actually." Well, I could have died with the look that she gave me, because as soon as it slipped out of my mouth, I knew I'd said the wrong thing. I should have not. I've just sent a customer, if it wasn't Ange, to Dior. I should be promoting Forever Living and shouldn't have had it on. And even if I wasn't wearing Forever mascara, I should have said, oh, I've got it on, because by the end of the day, I'd bought it and it was getting delivered. So product of the product, that always be using your products. I would never ever get caught out like that again, and that was a massive learning curve and something that's really stuck into my mind. And so that goes on to the black bin bag test. at the beginning, I will always say to you, go round your house with a black bin bag and put all your products in it that are not forever. Shampoos, conditioners, moisturising lotions, shower gels, tooth gels, deodorant, you name it. If you can buy it from forever and you've got another market brand in your house, then you need to take it down and you need to be replenishing this with forever products. Why? Personal recommendation is your main one there. Again, like we said so many times, you don't want to come across as a hard salesperson, and if you're using the products, you're going to naturally recommend them. And apart from this, you get paid to use these products, okay? So whether it's for a product for a friend, a product for yourself, you get paid 5% cash back of that retail price if you're at assistant supervisor level. Obviously, that goes up as you go up the marketing plan. But you would never get the guy who owns Asda shopping at Tesco's, and the same goes for you. When you're doing your weekly shop, you should not even be walking down that toiletry aisle. I always, as well, when I do my order from Forever, I mean, to be honest, I've probably used most of the products now, apart from a few of the supplements, but I always add on a product that I haven't yet used. For me, I've recently had hair extensions taken out and my hair wasn't in the best of condition afterwards. So I'd heard, through the Forever grapevine about the Aloe First being a great leave-in conditioner. Now, before I tried the Aloe First, to be honest, I hadn't really sold much. Probably because I'd never used it myself, so I couldn't really recommend it. I wouldn't really know what to say about it, wouldn't really be able to speak with much passion about it. Since I have, and now I love it, and my hair has come on leaps and bounds, now it's one of my top selling products. Why? Because I use it and I love it, and I've got complete aloe mouth about it. I don't stop talking about it. So much so that I was at a baby shower on Sunday, and this hairdresser was there. She said, "Oh, your hair's lovely. What salon do you use?" I said, "Oh, well, actually, I've just had hair extensions taken out after 2 years." Told her the story. She said, "Oh, really? Your hair doesn't look like that in that bad a condition. If you've just had it taken out, it looks really well." That's down to my products. And then I started speaking to her about the products. Now I've got somebody else that's interested in the business, who's a hairdresser, who's naturally going to recommend those products to her clients. So there you go. Facts tell, but stories sell. You want to be a product of the product. And this goes throughout my family as well. When I first started Forever, my parents were extremely skeptical about the business side of things. However, I obviously proved them wrong when I went manager and beyond. Best thing that you can ever do is prove people wrong. But at the start, even though they wasn't sure about the business cycle, I knew that they could really benefit from those products. They'd had a few health issues. And even still, things like shampoo and conditioner, deodorant, they don't need to have health issues for. They just need to use the products. Now, I understand that some people might not have that relationship with their parents, or they might find it a bit costly, but it's well worth the investment, even if you do it gradually, as in a product a week. I went round to my parents' house and did the black bin bag test. So all of their shampoos, conditioners, and everything in their bathroom, I completely bagged up and I replaced with Forever. And I said, try this. Of course, by the time that they'd got to the end of the bottle, they was never going back to supermarket products. So there we go. They were my first 2 customers. And to be honest, they're probably still my best. Between myself, Jim, my mum, and my dad, I do around just under 2 case credits a month, because we're all products of the products. We all love them. And this goes back to New Year's Day. I know exactly what I'm doing when I'm trying to promote myself and promote these products. We had some family and friends over for the New Year, and we went out for dinner on New Year's Day. And after we'd eaten, I got out my light up lip gloss. Now, there was 2 ladies sitting at the table who I knew would be great customers if I could just get that product in front of them, but the time hadn't been quite right. As they'd been over for the UK, they're living in the UK. I don't have them on Facebook or anything, so now was my time to do it. So after dinner, I got out my light up lip gloss, and I knew straight away they would both jump at it. "Oh my god, what's that? Where'd you get that?" And they did. And And I didn't have to say one thing further, because straight away, Jim, my partner, jumped in and started talking about the sports products because he uses them all for training. And my mum and dad jumped in and, oh, we use them, and the Freedom gels, oh, my knees are not cracking now I'm using them. And then talking about the products. You know, my focus when I sat down and got that lip gloss out wasn't to sell 2 lip glosses, although I did. It was to get another customer base. By the end of that dinner, I had 2 more drinkers from the ladies. Their partners are both into sport and they're both on the RG now. And so now I've got myself another regular customer base. So, we ask you to do 1 cc personal a month, which can either be for yourself or for customers retailing. But if you're using the products and so is your family, like I said, I do nearly 2 case credits a month just on the products that we use, and it's not an extra expense. It's just what I would normally spend in my everyday supermarket, but instead I'm buying it from my own shop and getting paid for it. So this is what you guys need to be doing as well, and building up those stories, building up your love and passion for those products. And another great conversation starter, how many times when you see people, if you haven't seen them for a while, or even if you do see them on a regular basis, they say to you, oh, how are you? I always go, oh, much better now, thanks, especially if it's someone I haven't seen in a while. And they say, oh, what do you mean by that? Why much better now? Oh, I was feeling so low, I was feeling so sluggish, really bad energy levels and tiredness, breakouts with my skin. I said, but I've been using those products and they've literally, picked me up non-stop. I'm doing double gym sessions twice a week, and my skin's cleared up. I just feel like a completely different person, which is all true. None of this is a lie. I do feel a different person. I do double gym sessions a week, and that's all now because I'm using the aloe, the bee pollen, and my immune system's been boosted. And straight away, there we go, I've got another way of getting a product in front of somebody. And then they're now inquiring. And I go, well, I need a bit of that in my life. How many people do you know that feel tired or sluggish? Practically everybody. So this is why they need to be getting the drinking gels and the bee pollen in them. So that's just you being a product of the product and naturally talking about them and recommending them. So next up, we've got the product launches, otherwise known as pamper parties. Now, these are time efficient, okay? So this is a great way, if you're short of time, by getting a group of people round your house and showcasing the products. Whether these are customers, these are regular customers, or they're people that you haven't introduced before, you're expanding those regular customers' product knowledge, and you're showcasing new products. Always say, if you're doing maybe a girly one, you could do one with a mother and daughter. So any friends that you've got, bring your mum. We're having a bit of a Mother's Day, treating the mums, pampering the mums. I'm doing a face mask party, so bring your mum or bring your friend. Make it a friend one or a mum one. Make it things like that. Rolling launches. So what I mean by this is, as at the end of your launch, you would have given out your prize draw questionnaire, finding out what products were good for them, and if they'd be interested in the pup box or the business side, etc. Now, once you've gone round, and don't be afraid to go round at the end and say to each and every individual person, what would you like to order? Now, once you've accumulated all your orders, stand in front of them and say, well, who would like 15% off their order, or who would like a free gift with their order? Now, everyone's going to shoot up at that, because everybody likes a discount or a free gift. So you say to them, anybody that holds one of these launches for me, I will give you 15% off your order or a free gift. All you need to do is get 5 to 10 of your friends around your house, and I'll come and do the rest. And that way you're getting a launch booked in constantly, okay? And also you're meeting new people. So these people could be interested in the business or could be a new customer and you never met them before. So that's expanding the who do you know list as well, which we're going to be speaking about a little bit later on. If you get people that can't come, okay, that's no problem. You can offer them your pup box, which again we'll speak about next, otherwise known as the pamper hamper, which is basically a sample box of your products. So if they can't come to the launch, no problem. they can have your pop box. Now, it doesn't have to be big. These some people think, oh, if I do a launch, I need to be having 30 friends around. Not at all. Sometimes the smaller the better. Okay. I know Holly on the team, she's a great one to talk to about these pamper parties. She's a regular at doing them and earns great CCs from them. I think her last one, she had something like 5 people round and took a £200 order, which is fantastic. So they don't have to be big. What I will say is always over invite, because the chances are people won't turn up, or something will pop up last minute. So if you're aiming at 10, then invite 20 or above. If you're aiming at 5, invite 10 or above. But these are, and also you're going to be mentioning a little bit about the business side as well, just popping that on the end about, there is a business opportunity. Come and speak to me at the end if you're interested. And people have been recruited from launches, so don't shy away from talking about that too. I know we've got a couple of new listeners in tonight who have joined the team this week, so firstly, welcome. And obviously we'll be doing your planning meetings throughout the week, but if you log on and register on qlsonline.net, there is basically a whole speech on there for you. Now obviously you're not going to want to be standing in front of everyone with sheets of paper reading off, but if you ever read through it a couple of times before the launch, but if you either got stuck with what to say, you've got these in front of you, which is great. Next up, we've got the Pamper Hamper, otherwise known to us as the Pup Box, but for our customers, we'll call it a Pamper Hamper. Now, this is a box, you can buy these online, or you can make your own up with a basket, popping in all the tubes of products. Now, don't ask people when would they like to have it. You just need to be giving it to people. Who's not going to want to try a basket full of products for 2 days free of charge? Give it to them. Knock on your neighbour's door. I was speaking to Kelly earlier. She's just moved into a new area. We were saying about how in America everybody goes round and gives cookies when they move into a new neighbourhood. Go round with your pop box and knock on their door. I've just started my new business. Here's a little pamper hamper. Try these products for 2 days. Let me know what you think. I really appreciate your feedback. Guarantee you'll get 1 or 2 orders out of that, and then you've got your regular customer base. And also in that pup box, pop in a business brochure. Now these can be bought on the literature section, because again, people have been recruited through a pup box. Another good one in there is the company magazine. And also label the products. Okay, people are lazy. People, even though you're going to be putting a catalogue in there, if they've got to pick up the product, find the product in the catalogue, and how much it costs and what does it do. People, they're on a time restriction. Okay, so you want to make it as easy for them as possible. And if I'm completely honest, I don't think the description on the back of the products goes into great detail. So what we've found that has worked really well is putting your white sticky label on top of the products. So for example, the propolis, you could have the white sticky label, the price of it on there, and what it's good for. Extremely good for extra dry skin, psoriasis, eczema, cracked heels, that kind of thing. Jelly, suntan, sunburn, mosquito bites, first aid in a bottle, and the price. Okay, so you're just dumbing it down. You're making it easy for people. And again, don't be afraid for when you pick that up to say, what would you like to order? In there as well, you've also got your business and your product story. People are going to relate to you, okay? So you can recruit from there, and they might have the same business sense as you, that, you're not happy in your job, or your job was too time consuming, or a product, your product story might be through eczema. Mine was my immune system. People might know people that have had a bad immune system, and they immediately think of that person, or they've had a bad immune system and interested in inquiring more about that product. So you want to get a minimum of 2 of these out a week, okay? So they're only given out for 2 days. You don't want the people completely rinsing your products, which generally you won't get happen. So all you want to do is 2 days to give them for. Pick them up, and what would you like to order? Don't be afraid to say that. Now, if you go to pages 16 and 17 on your Steps to Managers booklet, we've got some sheets in there about your customer base. Now, these are a really good way to keep track of your customer base, okay? Because our company is extremely important is customer care. So what you don't want to do is be giving, is be selling off a product and then, not hearing from that person again or not contacting them. You want to be keeping on top of these people, giving them fab customer care. Now, Hannah has kindly put these into our files on Diamante team page. So what I would do is I would fill in their details, pop in their name, their address, how you know them, whatever details that you've got. And in the bottom section, you'll have notes. So, for example, if I've got somebody that's bought a Clean 9, I'll write the day that they bought, the date that they bought it, the date they're going to start it, and then I'll work out what days they're going to be on 3, 6, and 9. Okay, so on day 1, I'll send them a little message and say, oh, thanks, thanks so much again for your order. Massive good luck today on the start of your Clean 9. Drop them a little message later on in the day, see how they're getting on. Day 3, so that's their first weigh-in day. So I'd say, oh, how much have you lost? How are you feeling, etc. Day 6 and day 9, the same. So I know how they're feeling. Again, the same with a gel drinker. Okay, so when they start their bottle of gel, now you'll all be drinking or should be drinking this gel yourself, so you can work out how long this bottle is going to last you. So what I would do is I would write down the date that they started and work out when the end date is. So what I'll do is I'll then call them about 3 to 4 days after they first started, see how they're getting on, and then about 5 days before they're going to finish the bottle, I'll give them another little call and say, how are you getting on? You must be coming to the end of your drinking gel right now, because I started mine the same time as yours, and I'm just popping in an order. Would you like to order another bottle? Now, if at this point they say yes, because I always recommend that people wait for results after they see the results after the 3rd bottle. So if you can get them to buy another bottle, what I'll then say is, well, look, if you want to buy 2, I think 2's £42 or something, I'll give you 2 for 35, and I'd make a little note of this in my notes, okay? Because next time they order, I'm not going to then want to charge them full price again because I've given them a discount. So it's just that little bit of customer care, making the client feel special, keeping them happy. As well, when you've got a good customer, you can buy the little samples. And if someone's made a really good order, I'll pop in a little sample of something that they haven't tried before. So, for example, tooth gel is one of my favourites. So when I drop off their order or they come and collect it, I would then say, I've popped in a little sample in there of some tooth gel. That's one of my favourite products. See what you think. And I'll jot that down in my notes so that next time they make their order, I will then say, what did you think of the tooth gel? What did you think? Shall I add it onto your order? So I'm expanding their spend, okay? And that's the type of thing that you want to do. So other ways of retailing, we've got tabletops, summer fates, which there's quite a few of these coming up now. Obviously, we're getting into the summer season. Christmas fairs, weight management groups, local clubs, mums and toddlers groups. Now, we've got Emma on the team. I know that she is at a mums and toddlers group. And she's managed to speak to the people there, and it's like a leisure centre as well. I think probably would be the right name for it. And she's managed there to be, as from next week, she's having a tabletop there however often she wants. So it can be weekly, fortnightly, monthly. So, and think of all the amount of mums that are going to be coming in and out of there that she's constantly going to meet. And there's different times and different days for age groups of the toddlers. So she's constantly going to be meeting new mums and building her customer base up that way, which is fantastic. And again, all of these customers that you've got on here, you're going to want to be keeping these in in the sharing the forever opportunity, in the profile sheets, that's what they're called on the team page, you want to be keeping track. So everybody that buys something, they have a sheet of paper and you can be tracking what they have. This way, you're never going to miss a customer. You're always going to be able to replenish what they're going to be running out of, and keeping in contact with them. So other ways of building those 4 CCs is obviously team building. Now, the start of the cycle with the team building is your who do you know list, okay? So this is on pages 22 and 23. We've got the memory jogger. Now, your who do you know list is not your Facebook list, okay? Some people think, oh, just print off my Facebook list and that is it. When I tell you to print off your Facebook list, I don't mean solely work from this, okay? So go through pages 22 and 23 with the memory jogger, and you want to be adding names onto there. Again, speaking to Emma last week about who she thinks would be her power 5. She said there's a fantastic girl, I think it was Co-op the shop. I go there, I'm doing my shopping every week, and there's a lady in there and she's so happy on the checkout, really great customer service, everybody knows her in there. I'm not sure of her name, but I think she'd be amazing. Fab, she needs to go on your who do you know list as your checkout girl, because you're seeing her on a regular basis. You're going to start building even more of a rapport than what you've got. So she needs to go on your list. She's somebody that you're going to prospect. And this goes the same for, somebody in your hairdressers, somebody in your post office, your local corner shop where you go and buy your milk or whatever it's going to be. Okay, so those, even if you don't know their name, just pop that supermarket post office lady onto your who do you know list, okay? And all I can say to you about that is do not prejudge. That was the biggest mistake that I made when I first started this business, okay? I was going through my who do you know list and I thought, oh, I won't message her because she definitely won't be interested. I won't message him because he's a guy. I won't message her because she'll be no good at it. Wow, what a mistake did I make, because when I did finally break the mold and message these people, I found some real diamonds, okay? And if I would have found these from the start, I'd probably fly ahead a lot quicker. And you're depriving these people of this opportunity. You don't know what somebody's life is like behind closed doors. Just because you think they might have, a lovely lifestyle, good money, good job, behind closed doors, you don't know, okay? So don't deprive anybody of that opportunity. You want to be writing your who do you know list out and working your way through from A to Z, not missing out a single person. And another good way with your who do you know list is frogs. This is so you don't miss out on anybody. So you've got, this is it an acronym, I think that you would say it. So you've got friends, relatives, organisation, geography, and same. So obviously friends speaks it for itself. You write all your friends down, all your relatives, organisation, so anybody in your workplace, okay? Geography, anybody that lives in your area, or in fact anybody that you know that lives abroad. And same is in the same circumstances as you. So they may be on maternity leave, they may be unhappy in their job, they may be a single mum, somebody that's the same as you. This is going to help you to expand that. Another way, with your customers, always put your customers on your who do you know list as well. And sometimes you might be contacting, or somebody might be inquiring about a clean 9 and then say that they can't afford it. Don't then think, oh, they can't afford the clean 9, they're never going to be able to afford the business in the box. Don't think like that. What you need to think is, well, you need to approach them in the way that you need to get involved in this business, because you need some extra cash obviously in your life. And, Forever could help you do this. You could help them do a launch to set up, to raise the funds for that. That's not a problem. But they don't prejudge them and think that they wouldn't be interested in the business because they can't afford the box. That's not the way at all. Also, you might have a husband, boyfriend, a partner, their who do you know list, their Facebook list as well. You might not know them personally, but you know them through your husband. I can guarantee they've probably got a sister, a mum, or a girlfriend. So even if it's not for them, they may know somebody who would be interested. So you're always going to be asking for referrals as well. If it's not for them, do you know somebody? And again, keep that contact there. Just because somebody says no to you, that doesn't mean it's a no forever. For example, Gemma signed up today with us. So, hi, Gemma, I know you're listening in. I contacted Gemma when I first started Forever, and it wasn't the right time. She'd previously done Forever and hadn't really done much with it. And she was now not in contact with her sponsor, and she wasn't interested in getting started at the time. However, we kept in contact, and she's had a gorgeous little girl now, and I was seeing how her little girl is, and she's now decided that now's the right time for her when she contacted me yesterday, I think it was, and she signed up with her books today. So this is fantastic. People's things happen and their lifestyles do change, okay? You never know when somebody that you may have previously offered the opportunity to, they may now have lost their job, or they might have a new boss and not like their new boss, or any of the following. They might have a holiday that they want to save up for. So always keep in contact with people. This business is about making friends, and I've made some amazing ones along the way. And that's all you're doing, is you're making friends with people. You're reconnecting with people that maybe you haven't spoke to in a few years, and building that relationships back up and offering them something amazing that can change their life. So again, which is what ties in with this, is Aloe Mouth. Okay, so this is typically what I've got. I constantly speak about the business and I constantly speak about the products because I'm in love with the company and I'm in love with the products. Your biggest asset, believe it or not, is your mouth. Do not hide behind Facebook. Okay, fair enough, your initial contact may be on Facebook or over WhatsApp, but get that person face to face, and or hear them over the phone, get them on a Skype. They're going to feed off your excitement, okay? And you want to take interest in these people. Your job is to help people, so you need to be inquiring on their life, their health, their questions, and be the world's best listener. Because in a sense, that's what our job is. It's taking care of people and looking after people and helping them better their lives. So in that sense, you need to be quite inquisitive, asking them questions and listening, and how you can help them, because everyone likes a good moan as well. So we're here to help them with that moan. So your initial contact. Now, you would initially contact somebody in the same way that you would normally speak to them outside of Forever. So if that's over the phone, text message, Facebook, email, face-to-face, whatever. Okay, so however you would normally initially contact them, you want to keep that short and sweet. So for the new people on the team this evening, we'll go over that in your planning meeting, but just a short, sharp message or a phone call. Just, I've started my new business. I think you'd be absolutely amazing at it because you're bubbly, you've got a love of sports or health, health products, etc. I know that you're just such a people's person, but keep it short and sweet. You're going to be excited. Of course you are, because this is an exciting opportunity. And then after that initial contact, if they're interested in more, get them off Facebook. I'm not going to go into too much detail about Facebook this week because that's going to be in next week's rolling training. But as soon as you can, get them off Facebook, get them on the phone, meet up with them face to face, and that's going to be your best bet. Obviously, your initial contact as well is through contact marketing. Now, this is when you're starting to speak to strangers about the business. So you might be being served by somebody at a checkout. And I know this is a lot of people's fears, is approaching strangers. But the way that you have to look at it is you can't be depriving somebody of this opportunity. I guarantee you, somebody that's working in Tesco's, Asda's, they're not getting a fantastic pay, okay? So they never get complimented. You want to be complimenting these people. Thanks so much. You've been great. Your customer service has been fantastic. Do you know what? You're just the type of person that I'm looking for in my business. Can't speak now because you're always in a hurry. I can't speak now, but add yourself on Facebook. Pass them your phone, pop in let them send a friend request from their own phone, or jot down your telephone number. What time do you finish? I'll give you a call. Mel on the team, she's absolutely fantastic at contact marketing, and once you get yourselves out there, this will become part of everyday life. Mel's recruited somebody from a McDonald's drive-through, from a PPI call. Anybody and everybody is a potential prospect, okay? So, and use the tools available. Now, this business cycle within Forever, you've got your database, which is your who do you know list that we previously spoke about. So here is your every company, wherever you work, will have a database. So this is why it's essential that you do your who do you know list. And then you're going to make that initial contact with them, and then you're going to use the tools that are available. So the best tool that I think that you could use is getting people to a business presentation. It's the easiest way to recruit. You've got professionals standing there in front of you who are managers in this business that absolutely have, done fantastic. They're excited, they're experienced, they know what they're talking about. Now, if you're worried that you might not be able to explain something in the right way because it might be earlier on in your business, take people along to a business presentation. It's completely free of charge. And people are going to feed off people's excitement. I'd say 90% of people that go to a business presentation are going to sign. Hannah on the team, she got signed because she went to a business presentation, and there's Kylie signed because she went to a business presentation. There's lots of you on this team that you signed because of a business presentation. So get your guests there, okay? You want to be finding out where your local one is, whether it's weekly, fortnightly, and you want to be getting them there. We've also got our online one. If you really don't have one near you, I do think it's more effective in person, but here in Lanzarote, unfortunately, we don't have one. So we use the online one as well, which is, just as it's great again to hear somebody else. So you can invite somebody to listen in on a Monday evening live at 8 p.m. and they can hear somebody else's story and hear how the business works from their point of view. So you're always going to have different people from different backgrounds, and it's going to relate to different people each week. But this is the most successful and, to be honest with you, the lazy option, because you haven't got to do that much. You just need to get them there, turn them up. And I was speaking to Kelly earlier, and we were saying about making it fun, getting a group of your friends, or, your as we were speaking with Kelly, her partner's friends, and that she'd spoken to them about the business last week and some were interested. Why not say, right, let's come along on Tuesday night and we'll grab something to eat after, or we'll go for a glass of wine, or we'll grab a takeaway, come back to ours afterwards. Make it fun. Get the people there. Once you've got the people there, that's half your battle over, trust me. So use the tools that are available. And this cycle is a proven cycle. So you've got your who do you know list, your initial contact, and then you're meeting them, or you're taking them to a business presentation. You may be sending them a link. The more times you go round, the bigger your pipeline is going to be, okay? There's no need to reinvent this cycle. It's a proven cycle. The more times you go round, the bigger your pipeline's going to be. So keep going round and round and round. Now, if you're doing this part-time, you're looking to speak to 3 to 5 people a day. Now, full-time in this business, I do this full-time, working a full-time job. So full-time in this business is not full-time in a normal job, let me tell you. It will take you to send out 10 messages, 10 minutes, okay? We have a template that you would edit for each individual person, but that template, all you need to do is copy and paste and edit, adapt it to that person's wants and needs. But how long is it going to take you to copy and paste 10 messages? There's no excuses there, guys, right? Get them out there. The quicker that you want to build your business, the more messages you're going to send out, and the more people that you're going to get involved and get around that cycle. So that's entirely up to you. Now, are you doing enough? This is something else that I want to speak about. Don't be a training junkie, be a doing junkie. So there's no point listening in this evening. Make sure that you're signing up to every single training, but not putting the work in that we're telling you to do afterwards, and doing ourselves, okay? So take what's been said this evening and put that into action. So you need to make sure that you're doing enough CC producing activity. So listening to a training, this is something that's in your leisure time, so to speak, okay? Because this is not a CC producing activity. Now, what is CC producing is what you do once you get off this. When you get off this webinar, if you go and sit in front of the TV, like I said last week, that's not CC producing. If you think, right, I haven't done my 10 or I haven't done my 5 today, I'm going to bash out the last lot of those messages, or drive to my nearest petrol station because I haven't spoke to my cold contact today and I'm going to have a chat with him, because that's what Jane Leach did. And John Curtis, he would not go to bed until he'd messaged or spoke to that new 10th person a day. And that's how badly they wanted it, and that's why they're diamond managers, okay? So you need to think, the work that you're putting in now, is it enough? And you know, sorry, I couldn't find the new laptop, so I couldn't find the pound sign, but that is, would you pay yourself £2,000 a month, okay? Now, manager level, which is, I know what most of you want to be going for, if you're completely and utterly honest with yourselves right now, would you pay yourself £2,000 a month for the work that you're doing? If not, you need to adapt that, okay? Because once you're at manager level, it's, you know, I wanted to get there as soon as possible, and I did, and I put everything I could into it. You have to be consistent. There's no point putting it one day and not doing your 10 the next. It's a consistent thing. The more consistent you are, the more activities that you do, the quicker that you're going to get there, the more people that you take around that cycle. So you need to look back at what you've done today and be honest with yourself and say, would you pay yourself £2,000 a month for what you're doing? And I can honestly say that I would pay myself £2,000 a month for what I do, because I make sure I do my activity. I fill at least one activity tracker in a day. Okay, I speak to people, I speak to my cold contacts, I help plan the team, and this is what you need to be doing as well. So working deep within your team, working closely with your team. Get off of this webinar this evening, message myself or message your upline and think, you know what, I've been slacking a bit lately, I want to get back on it, I want to go full steam ahead, so let's put you a plan into place. Okay, so you're worthy of that £2,000 a month, and you know, Rex is going to be willing to pay you it. So thanks for listening in this evening, guys. I'm going to wrap that up now. Next week we've got week 3. We're going to be speaking a little bit more in depth about Facebook then. But if you have any questions, I know some of you are a bit new, so some of this might be a little bit, you're not 100% sure, but we've still obviously got to do your planning meetings as of yet. But you know, please take this on board, what's been said. And if you're not 4cc active already, set yourself a little goal to try and be there by next week. So you've still got 2 weeks to be above and beyond. Okay, so have a good evening, guys, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.